business. Learning the ropes of the trade is imperative in order to survive and succeed. So with decades of experience, this entrepreneur is now sharing his journey in a coffee table book called Knowing When to Exit. Let's all welcome to the final word, Wellington, Willie Soong. Hello, Willie. Thank you so much for joining us.
What a privilege and honor to be in your show.
Wow, what a title to a book, Knowing When to Exit. But of course, before you exit, you have to enter. Tell us, how did it all start? What's in your DNA to become an entrepreneur?
Well, when I started out in medical school.
Medical school?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the family went into the transportation business, and at the age of 17, I just decided to help my parents deal with the rigors of the business. And that's where I learned the struggles of you have to learn how to do everything yourself. I was not a mechanic, but I had to learn how to understand how to diagnose, how to repair. And through the years, that's where I developed the instinct that I have to do something and not depend on somebody else.
What happened to your medical studies, Willie?
Well, that's a good question. When I was starting first year proper, the joke and the threat was, if you do not pass the board exams, you will be nothing but a drug salesman. And that was a big fear that I didn't want to risk. So I went to the College of Business, and then at that time it was Dean Cesar Virata. And he said, well, you have 1 summer and 1 year and you can finish. So I went for it. And then the question you always start with is, where do you look for capital and all of that? So at that time I was saying, I'll give it a shot. I was single. I'll do everything to give it a try until I reach the age of 35. And if at the age of 35, I'm not sure of what I have accomplished, then I will seek employment. So with 50 pesos to print my first letterhead, I went into business. And I started, and then my office was in my car.
Of course, basically, when you enter business, it's a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong learning of experiences across many levels.
All the levels, yes.
And share with us, what challenges did you experience in managing your various businesses? I'm sure there were many peaks and valleys.
I can share this with you, Rico. One non-negotiable factor that you should never compromise is integrity. The commitment to your people, to your staff, to your suppliers, to your clients, you should never compromise.
Bar none.
Never, never. And that is what will keep you. When people say, if this person has given you his word, you can count on him. And that was a lesson I learned from my father.
And were your parents always there to back you up whenever you got into various enterprises and businesses?
Yes, they were always there to support me. Whatever was my decision, they always backed me up. They never discouraged me. When I say backed up, it's not with money, because they were both employees themselves. But you have to set a goal, and the journey of an entrepreneur is full of crossroads, intersections, and then obstacles, and then you have to need the skills to navigate through these obstacles, and then how to hurdle them, and reversals, setbacks will always happen.
What was the advice of your parents regarding failure?
Well, not to give up. And my father always told me, I'll not tell you what to do or what business to be in, but remember one thing, whatever you do, you have to be the best.
And Willie, when do you know that it's time to exit a business?
You know, I wish I could say it was, well, there's an element of things being providential, okay? Whenever time you face an obstacle, you're not sure if you want to proceed, have you made the wrong decision, is a problem caused by you or circumstantial? And there are many times you would like to quit. But quit is a word that you must never have in your language if you are an entrepreneur.
Yeah, because you have to really navigate many obstacles and challenges. Financial crisis, 1997, 2008, 2009.
Yes.
And then the health crisis, the pandemic of 2020 until 2022.
Yes. Those are, I mean, until today, I think there was just an element of providential guidance that things fell in place under the worst conditions that you thought it was the end of the world. It turns out to be a blessing in disguise. And one day in December, I don't know, the thought just came to my mind and it says, it's knowing when to exit. And it's circumstantial, it's an option, it's something that you should not exit because you're forced. It is your choice.
It is your choice. And knowing how to exit, and of course, spend more time with family.
Yes.
How important is family, Willie, when it comes to managing a business? Especially your wife for more than 5 decades, Tita Maureen, who passed on a couple of years ago.
I break down with that because that was the only thing I could never do. Spend the time with my wife. And I'm making it up with my children. And that again is priceless. You've met Maureen.
Yes.
Rico.
Yes.
You see, so when you exit, it's not retirement. It is just another chapter for you to move on. And that's why I will never use knowing when to quit. Because quitting, then you have lost.
Because after you exit, you can enter again another business.
Yes.
So what is your advice to a lot of entrepreneurs who are watching us right now who want to either get into a new business or exit their existing business?
Well, one thing is you have to stay focused. You have to believe in yourself. The commitment is never 50-50. It has to be blindly, absolute commitment of 100%. That prepares your mindset, your conviction to steer and navigate all the challenges that you will go through. It is never a walk in the park.
Willie, thank you so much for sharing with us your nuggets of wisdom on entering and exiting a business. Our dear friend, Wellington Cheng Soong, the author of his coffee table book, Knowing When to Exit. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Rico. And this is a chapter that I will always treasure, and our friendship.
Thank you.
Thank you.